I asked him, that was the one thing I said, if I have kids, am I going to be able to run with my kids? He said, in 6 months, I don't think you will be able to.
Subscribe.
So I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't even go to the bathroom without using my crutches.
Why?
So I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 27.
Shut up.
And
what is that first?
So
it's
just
arthritis.
It's arthritis, but it's your joints basically attacking, like your body's attacking your joints.
Okay.
Depending on what you do, what you eat, you know, like it's literally the movement of the body and what you put into your body. Yeah. That's huge, you know? So like if I was to have a drink or have a beer, I already know, I'm like, damn, I'm already going to feel it tomorrow. Yeah. So it's like, but that's what I'm saying. Like just talking to you is just opening my mind so much more to like the things that I'm doing, because I almost like I needed to hear it from somebody else. Yeah. Like, why am I doing that to my body? If I know now tomorrow my arthritis is going to flare up and I'll be out of commission and I won't be able to do anything, or I won't be as active, you know? Yep. But yeah, so I was diagnosed when I was 27, and it came out of nowhere. I remember it was New Year's. I walked up and down the strip on Fremont. For New Year's, we had friends in town. And then 2 weeks later, I couldn't walk, and I didn't know what happened. Couldn't even get an appointment to see the specialist, the rheumatologist, for almost 2.5 months. So for 2.5 months, and I didn't want to scare myself, so I wasn't trying to go online and start searching all these crazy things. But the first time I did, so it started in my feet, then it went up to my hands, like my wrists, really bad in my wrists, and then my fingers, like so every morning I would wake up, I would literally wake up like this, and I'd have to peel each finger, and I'd be like, oh, like it hurt, you know, so bad. And then my feet, I mean, I couldn't, it was funny because the only thing I could wear were huaraches. But I had to buy them like a half a size bigger because I would get, like, my feet just were so inflamed. I used to get shots in my feet. And then it went into my legs. Then it was in my back. Then it was like everywhere, all over my body. And I couldn't do anything. I was in so much pain. They had me on steroids, which, you know,
fucked you up more.
Messed me up even more. It healed the pain, but it was just temporary, you know. Then I just needed more. I needed more, almost like what you and James were talking about in your podcast, because, you know, they feed you this stuff so that your body feels a certain way and doesn't want to live without it. So I got to a point, this is 3 years.
It gives a Band-Aid to the symptom.
Exactly. It's just temporary.
Yeah.
It's nothing long term. And then, you know, they wanted to give me Humira, which is, you know, those commercials that you see and you hear that long 2-minute, you know, disclaimer, and you're like, that's not going to be me. Nope. So I lived like that for almost 3 years. I finally got diagnosed, and they said, yes, I have rheumatoid arthritis. And then along with that, I had just seen an ear, nose, and throat doctor because I lose my voice all the time, and I didn't know what was going on. I've always had a raspy voice. Yeah. But it would just be one night I would be somewhere hanging out, whatever, and then the next day I'd have no voice. No way. So I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they told me that they found like calluses in the back of my throat. They put a scope down there, whatever. But when I got my diagnosis with rheumatoid arthritis, he's like, have you seen an ear, nose, and throat doctor? And I go, yeah, they're actually scheduling me for surgery. And he's like, let them know that you have rheumatoid arthritis. And you don't need that surgery. This is something that you're going to live with forever. And he's like, you know, only medication is going to help that. So I didn't understand it. And he basically told me that just like you get inflamed. So like even my thumbs, like look at my knuckle, my thumbs.
Oh shit. Yeah, they're different.
It's really bad. Yeah. Like I can't straighten it, you know? Yeah. But it's affected little things, parts of my body, but I'm okay with it now. I'm like, shoot, now I'm mobile. I can I run as whenever I want. But at that time, it was very painful for me, and I couldn't walk. Sure. I could not walk. I couldn't even go from literally here to that table without a crutch, or I would have to, actually I couldn't hop on one foot. Like you break a foot and you hop on the other. Yeah. I couldn't do that because it was my whole body. But my throat, they said, just like your body, when you get inflamed, you have one joint in the back of your throat that controls your vocal cords. And when that gets inflamed, it pushes on your vocal cords. So there's nothing I can really do but take medication. But then going back to that, I gained 42 pounds in 2 months because of the steroids that they had me on. But it numbed the pain. So I was okay with it. But then it got to a point where I wasn't myself anymore. I didn't even know who I was. I was looking at, and being on YouTube and having to deal with that. And oh my God, she's so fat. Look at how big she got. I can't believe her, man is still with her like that. It's just, it just became way more than I knew I was.
Yeah.
And to not look in a mirror when I would walk past it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds so bad to say. I'm like, to walk past a mirror and not look in it. But it was because I wasn't myself anymore.
Yeah.
And so I remember October 31st, 2017, I was like, I had one half left. I was like, this is it. This is it. This is going to be the last of it. And I was it. I took it. And then I was like, almost like a fiend. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be the last of it. Oh my God, this is the last one I have. Like, that's it. You know, this is real now. And then slowly but surely started working out again. I was able to move all of a sudden. Now I'm like very, you know, I for the most part, I feel like I'm pretty fit and I'm pretty healthy, but it's just crazy what life puts you through, you know? And then because of that, I was so grateful to be mobile, to use my hands, to be able to, like, well, I can't bend this one still, but to even just be mobile and be able to walk and know that if I have kids that I can run at the park with them, because that's what my doctor told me. I asked him, that was the one thing I said, if I have kids, am I going to be able to run with my kids? He said, in 6 months, I don't think you will be able to. And I literally crushed me.
Just breathe into that one.
So, but now, like, look at me now, you know? Yeah. So you just can't give up. You cannot give up on yourself. You cannot give up on your future life and your plans and whatever you wanted to do. Like, that's, no matter what you go through, no matter what, you know, little bump is in the road, that can't steer you away from the rest of your life, you know? Like, things happen, just like you said, shit happens, life sucks. But you just got to keep moving on, you know? And you got to just keep moving forward day by day. And that's all it is. You don't have to jump 2 years ahead. Just take it one step at a time and day by day. And before you know it, you'll be where you want to be. Yeah. So that's how I feel. I feel like I'm very blessed to be where I'm at right now.
You like the episode? I mean, you like the clip? See, I fucked that up. I'm learning, dog. You like the clip? Check out the episode. Subscribe. Every Thursday comes out with a new episode with a dope-ass guest. And I forgot what I was going to say, but hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on Thursdays, all right? That's my favorite one.